Here's the thing though, I love doing YouTube videos, I love putting out content, I love when people take action on some of the advice that I offer. But do you know what I love the most? Do you know what I love the most? This is what I love the most. Do you know what I love the most? It's the comments. Now we're not talking about the comments of them saying, Jeff, thank you so much for this great video. Thank you so much for this content. No, it's the comment from the haters. The haters, they are everywhere.
Haters gonna hate.
Now I've been blogging for a while, so I'm used to these hater comments. And there was a time that they used to be hurtful, that I would think about, how am I going to respond to this hater? How am I going to respond in a way that just makes me feel good? And I realized, Jeff, stop wasting your time. So it's just more fun when you can prove them wrong and not really have to put a lot of energy and work into doing so. And that's what I'm doing today. So haters, have fun with this one. So in one of my more popular videos, it's the passive income video. I share 11 ways that you can make passive income. One of the ways that I talked about is using credit cards to earn reward points and how that is passive income. Now we could talk all day long, is that really passive income? Is it not? It's not really the whole point that I want to address today. What I want to address today though are the people that just commented and just saying how like that is just not even worth it, how like it's stupid that you would even think that reward points are a good thing. Like what a crock, what a joke. So let's look at these comments together, shall we? Here we go. All right, so here is hater comment number one. Comes from Megan Mig23. Says credit card rewards are a joke. Spend $10,000 for maybe $100 at GameStop. Thank you, Megan. And how about from Ali Babar? Number one, interest is a sin. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Can you show me where in the Bible it says that's a sin? Okay. Credit card points? So gain debt to get 1% cash back. LOL. This is the stupidest video I have ever seen. This guy is a con artist. Now I got this special cream that if you rub it on your face, it will make you into a millionaire overnight. Now this is patent pending and you can get not one bottle, but you can get 2 bottles for the price of 1. That's right, 2 bottles for the price of 1. Are you in? And my favorite comes from Chrissy Faith. Chrissy says, I call BS on the credit card reward programs. To get flights for your whole family to Jamaica, you must have flown a lot or spent a ton of money. I'm with Star Alliance member. My husband and I are Diamond Club status, and I can tell you now, you would never get enough miles just to buy the miles credit card. Plus, a lot of those credit cards have an annual fee. Oh, Christy, you're calling BS? Oh, I'm so sorry. So what she is mentioning in that video, I talk about how we were able to take, at that time, our 3 boys to Jamaica using our reward points. That is including all of our flights. That is including a hotel. That did not take care of the actual resort itself, but that was in all the airfare. When you've got a family of 5 to get round trip tickets to Jamaica and a hotel for the night before, that was a pretty sweet deal. And yes, we did do that. It wasn't BS, it did happen. I'm sorry, Chrissy, your BS is just BS. Sorry. Not sorry. But the truth of the matter, that Jamaica trip was, I think 2, maybe 3 years ago. This is before we got our daughter. She's adopted from the Philippines. And we haven't taken as many trips since then. But so for me to do this video wasn't just to kind of call out some of these hater comments, but it was to show that how we use reward points. And I just want to use a more recent example, not a big exotic vacation, not a big exotic trip, but just a very simple way that reward points work. So this is what happened. My wife and I and our youngest son had to take a trip to Cleveland, Ohio. Never been to Cleveland. Funny enough, this was the weekend LeBron James announced that he was not rejoining Cleveland. He was going to LA. Cleveland did not burn down in that announcement, but anyway, it was kind of cool to be there, somewhat historic. Anyway, whole other story. Now, we had plenty of heads up notice before traveling to Cleveland, so I was able to look at a reward point and see what was the best deal. So what were we able to get with these reward points? Well, number one, we were able to get round trip tickets to Cleveland. This is nonstop, the shortest flight possible, so round trip tickets for the three of us. We were also able to get 3 nights stay in a hotel room, the nicest hotel, which wasn't a 5-star resort or anything, but it was still the nicest hotel that was close where we needed to be. And finally, we were able to rent a car, a luxury vehicle, ended up being a Cadillac SUV for 3 days. So we got all of this by using our reward points. Now, as I mentioned, we haven't used our reward points in a while. Since we got our daughter, and most of the traveling that we've done is through driving. So the fact that we haven't cashed in some of these reward points, that's why we have such a high amount. So before I booked this trip, I had almost 600,000 points on our Southwest Chase card, and I'll explain why we have that card here in a second. And I also had almost, I think, 140,000 of just normal Chase points that we also cashed in, and that's what I used for the hotel and our rental car. So we have almost 750,000 points that we can cash in on at a later time. Now, we haven't used those here much, but I know that we already have a few trips planned for the end of the summer that we will be cashing these in. So how much did we actually save? Because that is a common question or a common comment, a hater comment that I get is, oh, you're gonna spend this and get 1% cash back? Ooh, look out, that's really a good savings. It is, let me show you how. So I did a quick tally of how much it would cost if I was going to buy all of these things outright. So for the round trip tickets, to purchase 3 round trip tickets for the day that we were traveling, going to Cleveland, it would have cost us $1,600 for those 3 round trip tickets. For the hotel, now, like I said, this wasn't like a Ritz-Carlton, or this, wasn't some like 5-star resort. This was a home to suite, a home to Hilton. Had a nice kitchen suite. Like, it wasn't the greatest room. We were able to stay there when we went to Pigeon Forge for a baseball tournament. So we had a stay in one of their hotels, and this was the #1 rated hotel in the area, which isn't saying much, but it did the purpose. But overall, the cost to have 3 nights in this hotel was going to be $450. So we got round trip tickets, $1,600, hotel room 3 nights, $450. So what about the car rental? Now, when I was renting a car, I ain't gonna lie, I was trying to find something really, really sweet. If I can get like an Escalade, I actually really want to rent a Tesla, but I didn't have time to go through the whole Toro app thing. So I just found whatever Alamo had. And I was able to get what I thought was going to be a Cadillac, was it CTS? I don't even know the Cadillac models, but they didn't have any of those in stock when we arrived. So we got the Cadillac little mini SUV. Now the bad thing is, like, this SUV was perfect. There was just the 3 of us, had plenty of room, plus driving a Cadillac. I think an Audi just pulled up right when we were leaving, and I almost got us out, but we already had our suitcases in. But anyway, so 3-day rental on this car would have cost about $225. I think it was $75 per day. So add those 3 things up. We've got $1,600 for the round trip tickets, $450 for the hotel, and $225 for the car rental. We're talking a total cost of $2,275 that we would have had to spend out of pocket, that I didn't because we used our reward points. Do you see why I just think these hater comments are funny? Because look what I'm doing. I'm using the reward points for a good cause and saving a ton of money. Now, the other argument that I get is like, well, you gotta pay an annual fee on these cards. Like, there's no way that you're making money there because of the annual fee. Ooh, so we're talking like $99 per year for each of our cards. Right now we're using 3 main cards that I use, and I mentioned Chase Southwest, so you can just look at my wallet here. I got a Chase Sapphire and 2 Chase Southwest cards. So this is for 2 of my businesses and also for personal. So why do we choose the Chase Southwest card? So for us, It was for travel. As I mentioned, we were traveling a lot more before we got our daughter. We kind of pulled back a little bit, but we know we've got some travel plans in store. And the other sweet thing with Chase, at least with the Southwest card, is that with Southwest, you have the Companion Pass. So what is the Companion Pass? If you accrue enough points in a certain time frame, you qualify for this Companion Pass. It's free of charge and it allows you to add any companion you want at any time. So for the most part, my wife is my companion. So with the trip to Ohio, I was able to book a flight, use my Southwest points for me, I used my Southwest points for my son, and then my wife was added as a companion for free, or maybe it cost me like $10, but nonetheless, it was a very small amount. So that's why we chose the Chase Southwest card. Because of Southwest, you can get the Companion Pass, and we use that pretty much all the time. You can change the companion up to 3 times per year. So for example, I've got a trip coming up with my oldest son. We're going to Chicago for his birthday to see the Cubs and the Cardinals play. So in that case, I will change him to as my companion. So when I buy a plane ticket, then I can add him for free. So I'll use my points to get me there, and then I'll add him as a companion, and I think it's like a $10 charge. So instead of having to pay for anything, I'm paying $10 for this round trip ticket. And that is how we use our reward points. We could use it for whole other things, and we will use it more. And like, this is just what works for us. Now, the other thing, which I should have mentioned, I mean, if you watch my videos, you know this about me. So I had credit card debt out of college. I had almost $30,000 of debt. Some of that was student loans, also had credit cards. So the comment that whoever made talking about the interest that I pay on my cards, and we talked about the annual fee, so we're talking like $300 a year. Even if I just did the one trip to Cleveland, $2,200 minus $300, like I'm still net positive, and I know we have at least 3 trips planned from now until the end of the year that we'll be able to use these points on. So I think we're gonna come out ahead. But just to address the interest comment, because you're paying so much in interest on your credit cards. We are? Oh no, we're not. That's right, because we pay them off each month. Whoa, shocker. Yes. We don't have any interest on our cards. We pay off our cards each and every month. If my wife was here, she would tell you this because she is psycho about it. Instead of waiting till the end of the month to pay off our credit card, she actually makes a payment halfway through the month, which I've kind of told her that doesn't really matter for interest, but that's okay. She just doesn't want to have any interest accrued, so that's what she does. She pays them off, sends a payment in every 2 weeks, and we pay them off every single month. And that's how we do it. So do these cards make sense for you? Maybe, it just depends. You know, right now, not just with our businesses, we run everything through our credit cards. Like, we spend everything on our credit cards. Anything that will take a credit card, that's what we use for our expenses, our DirecTV bill, our internet bill, our cell phone bill. Anything that I buy through Amazon, guess what? We're using our Chase cards. Anytime we go through McDonald's, and if my wife's getting a large fountain Coke, she's using a credit card, even if it's like $1.07. That's what we do. We use it for everything. So that is the only way that it's really going to work. And also too, you do have to pay it off. So if you are going to carry any sort of balance from month to month, then this is not a strategy that's going to make sense for you. Makes sense for us, and just using this most recent example where it was $2,200 that I saved because of our reward points, and that's what I wanted to share with you today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I brought out a little bit of my kooky self. I just couldn't help myself when I see and read some of these fun YouTube comments. It brings out the best of me. But now I really want to know, do you use credit cards to get the reward points? If so, which credit cards are you using? Do you like the travel cards? Do you like the cash back? Are there any other cards that you are a big fan of that you've been able to take full advantage of these reward points and just go on some cool trips or get some awesome cashback offers? Because listen, I know that this might not be the best card out there, so I want to know what's working for you. Let me know, let the others know in the comments below. Check it. All right, this is Jeff Rose reminding you that it's your money, your life, and only you can make it awesome. Peace. So before I booked this trip, I had almost 600,000 points through Southwest. And I'll explain that here in a second. So the Southwest. So wait, blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh, I can't talk.